Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Bay Area Unitarian Universalist Church. I am Reverend Katie McQuage-Loukas, and my pronouns are she and hers. Before we get started today, I think we need to take a moment of pause. There is a lot happening in the world that I think many of us find distressing, upsetting, horrifying. I have spent the past several days with my colleagues virtually in General Assembly, and I wrote to you all late last night that was the thing keeping me grounded, that remembering that I am not alone was the thing keeping me steady and helping me return to my center point when I felt very knocked off balance. And so we have gathered here today to be with one another, because that matters, because that is important, and because that gives us the roots and stability we need to be all we wish to be in the world. We light both of our candles this morning, our candle of peace and our candle of community, thinking about the multiplicity of wrongs unfolding at this moment, but especially for the people of Iran, bombed by the American government, not even all of the American government, part of the American government. We also hold in our hearts those youth who will be directly affected by the Supreme Court's ruling in Scrimeti, allowing states to withhold gender-affirming care. And we hold in our hearts all of those throughout the states who will ultimately be affected by that ruling. Also, our candle of peace for Gaza, because Iran may have taken the front page, but horrors are still unfolding there as well. So let us take a moment of pause to take a deep breath together, and to remember that we are here now in this place, gathered in this community to seek sustenance and renewal. One more breath. And now I'd like to welcome you to this morning's service. I am not in the pulpit today. Our own Thistle and Honey group is taking over the front this morning. For those of you who are not familiar with CUBS, it is the Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans. They have hundreds of groups across the country associated with congregations, and it is a place for pagan UUs to practice together and explore their values, but also to reach out beyond the UU congregation, to reach out to the broader community and offer a place of support for those for whom this is their primary spiritual orientation. Our CUBS group, gosh, when did CUBS start meeting? It wasn't that long ago. So CUBS started meeting in February, and now they are thriving and strong with many talents, enough talents to put on a Sunday service. So thank you for coming to support them and also to receive their love offering this morning. I will now step away and turn it over to them for the lighting of the chalice.
Good morning and happy Pride and happy Solstice. My name is Joss Bisbeno. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them, and I am one of the vision keepers for our Thistle and Honey Cups group. Sean Bisbeno will be helping us light the chalice this morning. May this flame be our midsummer fire, an echo of the bonfires where our ancestors danced. The sun's fierce blessing made small and sacred. As the earth offers her abundance, let us offer our presence and meet this moment with open hearts. And now we further consecrate this space By joining our voices together in song, we're going to sing the hymn from your teal hymnal, number 1067, Mother Earth, Beloved Garden. And the words are also up on the slides.
Hail and welcome. Now, please join us as we speak our covenant together. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship. Thus do we covenant with another. So mote it be.
And now please join with me in a call and response reading in your gray hymnal. It will also, let's see, actually it won't be on in the gray hymnal number 441. I'll read the text and you can respond with the words in italicized print. Number 441, to worship. To worship is to stand in awe under a heaven of stars, before a flower, a leaf in sunlight, or a grain of sand. To worship is to be silent, receptive, before a tree astir with the wind, or the passing shadow of a cloud. To worship is to work with dedication and with skill. It is to pause from work and listen to a strain of music. To worship is to sing with the singing beauty of the earth. It is to listen through a storm, to the still small voice within. Worship is a loneliness seeking communion. It is a thirsty land crying out for rain. Worship is kindred fire within our hearts. It moves through deeds of kindness and through acts of love. Worship is the mystery within us, reaching out to the mystery beyond. It is an inarticulate silence, yearning to speak. It is the window open to the sky of the eternal.
my name is Mags, or many of you know me as Melissa Magdaleno, and my pronouns are she, her, demon, goddess. Our story today comes from the Maori people of Aotearoa, New Zealand. The Maori people have been around for many centuries. As ancient seafarers, they spread across the islands of the Pacific, becoming the diaspora of people including Polynesians, Samoans, and the Chashamoru people of Guam. This story is about how Maori slowed the sun, as told by Wiramu Grace. One evening, Maui and his brothers were making a hangai for their evening meal. They had just finished heating the stones when the sun went down and it quickly became too dark to see. Maui was annoyed with having to eat his food in the dark. He stood in the light of the fire and addressed his people. Every day, we have to rush to do our chores and to gather our food before the sun sets. Why should we be slaves to the sun? I will catch the sun before it rises and teach it how to travel slowly across the sky. But one of his brothers was quick to criticize, not believing Maui could possibly do such a thing. It would be impossible to catch the sun. He is much bigger than any fish or bird you have caught. The heat and the flames would surely burn you to death, said another. I think he's got sunstroke, added another, and they all laughed. Then, when they had quieted down, Maui took out the sacred jawbone of his ancestors from his belt, and he waved it into the air. I have achieved many things that were thought impossible, gaining fire from Muhakaya, catching the greatest fish in the world, descending to the underworld, and many, many more. With the magic jawbone gifted my Murangahawetua, and with your help, I will succeed in conquering the sun. The majority of the people agreed that Maui had achieved many great feats, and they decided to help Maui with his quest. The next day, Maui and his Hawanu collected a huge amount of flax. Maui then taught them how to make flax ropes, a skill that he had learned when he was in the underworld. They made square-shaped ropes, tamakua, flat ropes, paharanahawa, and twisted flax around to make round ropes. After 5 days, the ropes were completed, and Maui said his special hairakia over them.
Taura nui, taura roa, taura kaha, taura toa, taura here ia tama nui tera, wakamawa kia mau kia ita.
During the night, Maui and his brothers hoisted the ropes and traveled toward the east to where the sun first rises. They hid under the trees and the bushes during the day so that the sun wouldn't see them approaching. They collected water in their calabashes as they had traveled, and Maui said it was necessary for their task ahead. On the 12th night, Maui and his brothers arrived at the edge of a huge, hot pit dug deep into the ground, and inside the pit, Toma Newe Taru, the sun, was sleeping. The brothers were silent, and they were terrified at what might happen if he awoke. Maui immediately ordered his brothers to build 4 huts around the edges of the pit and hide their long ropes. In front of the huts, they used water to soften the clay and build a wall to shelter them. Maui and his brothers then spread their flax ropes into a noose, only just finishing before dawn when the sun was due to awake. When Tama Nihataru rises his head and shoulders are in the noose, I will call you to pull it tight, Maui instructed his brothers. One of the brothers became worried and wanted to run while he still had time. Why are we doing this? Asked another. This is madness. We will be burnt alive, and if we run now, we might escape with our lives. The 2 brothers tried to sneak away, but Maui caught sight of him out of the corner of his eye. If you run now, the sun will see you as he rises from his pit, and you will be the first ones to die. There is no turning back. The brothers had no time to answer. The sun had begun to awake and was rising up from the pit. They quickly ran back to their huts, grabbed hold of their ropes, and hid behind that wall of clay, trembling as they awaited Maui's orders. Maui hid and watched. Tama-Netu-Raha slowly emerged from the deep pit, not knowing that there was a trap set for him. His head went through the noose, then his shoulders, and Maui jumped from his hut and yelled to his brothers, "Pull on the ropes now!" At first, the brothers were too scared to come out, and Maui yelled again, "Quickly, before it's too late, and we are scorched to death!" Just then, the sun peered from over the edges of the pit and saw Maui standing before him. Tama-Netu-Raha, he hurled a ball of fire towards Maui, but Maui ducked, holding tightly to the rope and once more chanting his Hakiruaka.
Tauri nui, tauri roa, tauri haha, taura toa, taura here ia tama nui tera, waka mawa kia ita.
The brothers jumped up from their hiding places, grabbing their ropes just before Tama-Netu-Raha could free himself from the noose. "Ah!" the sun roared. Maui fought off the intense heat, and he moved towards the pit. He raised his magic jawbone above his head, and he brought it down hard upon the sun. The magic forces from the jawbone flashed like a bolt of lightning. "Why are you doing this to me?" cried Tama-Netu-Raha. "From now on, you will travel across the sky. Never again will the length of our day be dictated by you," Maui replied. Tama-Netu-Raha tried to struggle free again, but Maui showed him the power of his jawbone. Up into the sky, Maui instructed the brothers to let go of the ropes, and Tama-Netu-Raha slowly moved up into the sky, was tired and beaten. The days now become longer for Maui and his people, giving them plenty of time to fish, gather food, do their chores. Maui's power and ability could never be questioned again. He had succeeded in taming the sun, and from this day until now, Tama-Netu-Raha always travels slowly across the sky. And this is our story of how Maui slowed the sun. Our keeper of the Our keeper of the flame today is Liam. Are you here? Thank you. Pass this flame of religious freedom from generation to generation.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between or otherwise, my name is CJ, and I use any and all pronouns. Each week, we light our candles of community together. This ancient practice, rooted in paganism, symbolizes growing illumination of light in our world. For Unitarian Universalists, our source flame, the chalice, is a beacon of hope shining brightly since World War II. It is, for me at least, the only light in a world that seems so dark these days. Each candle we light, our own distinct flame, comes from the same source. Just as you use our individual and distinct, we come from one community. Today, as you light your candle and the light grows from this altar, hold in your mind something in your life you would like to grow. Allow the flame to expand your request. We also invite you to release a stone with us. As you take a stone from the bowl, give it your worries, your burdens, fears, and flaws. Allow it to take it all away from you. Then drop it in the blessed holy water. Know that when you release this baggage, we all will hold your worries together for a short amount of time as the water washes your troubles away. Finally, walk through the mist to cleanse yourself and be renewed. The candle, fire to grow everything that is good. The stone, earth to take away and hold your burden. The vessel of water to wash those burdens away. The mist in the air to cleanse you on your journey. Take this sacred practice as a blessing from everyone here in Thistle and Honey, Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans here at Bay Area Unitarian Universalist Church. From us to you. I pray that you find peace and joy today and every day to come. With love and light, may it be so, and blessed be. We invite you to come forward and light a candle, release a stone, and be cleansed with us as you feel moved. And as always, you may raise your hand if you would like a candle or stone brought to you.
My name is Carol. She, her. Listen to the words of the great goddess, whom our mothers have called 1,000 names. Whenever you have need of me, seek out some secret place and adore the spirit of me, who is queen of all the wise. In this place shall I share with you the secret wisdom of the ages. Sing, feast, dance, make merry, make music and love, all in my presence. For mine is the ecstasy of the Spirit, and mine also is the joy on earth. For my law is love unto all beings. By naught but love may I be known. Be true in love, this you must do, lest your love prove false to you. Keep pure your highest ideals, strive ever toward them. Let naught stop you or turn you aside from me. Mind the threefold laws you should, 3 times bad and 3 times good. When misfortune is enow, wear the star upon your brow. These 8 words the reed fulfill, and ye harm none, do what ye will. I give the gift of joy unto the hearts of all. I am the beauty of the green earth. I am the white moon among the stars. I am the mystery of the waters. I am the soul of nature which gives life to the universe. The only sacrifices I require are those of greed, fear, ignorance, and hatred. For behold, all things living are mine own. I am mother of all things. My love is poured upon the earth. From me all things proceed, and unto me they must return. Let my worship be in the heart that rejoices, and you who seek me, know that your seeking and yearning will avail you not, unless you know the mystery. For if that which you seek you find not within yourself, you will never find it without. For behold, I have been with you from the beginning, and I am that which is attained at the end of desire. Please join us for our prayer and song 1066, O Brother Sun. You may remain seated.
Now the sun holds its breath, suspended at the summit of the sky. Time thins, the world glows. Even the shadows pause to listen. This is not the blaze of beginning, nor the hush of endings, but something stranger, a luminous in-between. A moment before the fruit swells, the silence before the horn is blown, a breath caught between promise and proof. Gaia leans close in full embrace. Her leaves shimmer with knowing. The fields remember every hand that touched them, and somewhere beneath the soil, old stories shift. Here, in the heart of the year, we are invited to dwell in clarity, not to chase, nor to flee, but to behold. To witness the light in its full majesty and wonder what it will reveal in us.
Take a breath. Thank you, everybody, for indulging us and celebrating with us for something that might be a little different from what we normally do. I'm having a blast. I hope you are too. Beloveds, we stand now at the midpoint of the year, halfway through our calendar, halfway to winter solstice, also known as Yule, also known as Christmas. The days grow imperceptibly shorter now. The sun shines hot and bright, already at its peak. The Oak King, who rules the bright half of the year, begins his slow descent, and we're moving toward the reign of the Holly King, aka Santa Claus, who presides over the dark half of the year. And we, keepers of the cycles, watchers of the wheel of the year, we're invited to pause. Here at this still point, this sacred fulcrum, we're given a fleeting gift, a moment to reflect, to listen, and to realign. We are right now between first planting and last harvest, between light and dark, between who we were and who we are still becoming. So let this be a holy moment. Let this be a reckoning of the soil and a reckoning of the soul. Our first harvest has come in, so we think about, what have you grown since the year began? What are you enjoying right now that you started months ago? Allow your mind to wander slowly to recall the many things that you have tended with your time, with your intent, with your energy, and with your love. What have you seen blossom and sing? What have you seen soar? What seeds have sprouted? What is ready right now to be plucked off the plant or collected from the field? Consider all the places that you have been so generous, showering your seedlings with attention and positive expectation. All around you, life is happening, relentlessly growing and changing and forging ahead. What makes you glad and brings you joy and pride? The second harvest, really more than second harvest, is still to come. The fruit will ripen, the okra and squash will swell on the vine. So we take this moment to recall and celebrate the abundance, the blessings, the gifts we have received, thankful to the life-giving sun and the fertile green earth, grateful for all the resources of inspiration and comfort and support that we experience. We name that which we have cultivated and has successfully come to fullness, and we acknowledge that which is absent in our garden, empty space in our lives. What did you try to grow that isn't there? What dreams have failed to take root? What have you put off or postponed or pushed back? What are you proud of, but also, what do you regret? Are there any wilted relationships that need tending? Which leftovers are best left to compost? Perhaps that their decay may feed the dreams of tomorrow. As Reverend Katie reminded us earlier this month, without mud, there is no lotus. We have this happy spray of sunflowers growing all around the compost bin by our community garden. And I also say, without compost, there is no sunflower. So here's one way to apply that idea. What have you learned now? What have you learned that you wish you'd known sooner, when you could have used it? And how can you pay that forward, or how can you share that with someone else? We take a moment to create a safe place for the grief or the loss of that which withered on the vine, the disappointments of visions that have not yet come to pass, the sorrow that not all seeds bloom and not all stories end well. With compassion and forgiveness for ourselves and each other, we allow the wheel to keep on turning. We cannot stop it. We are spiritual beings, but we're also practical creatures of flesh and fatigue. So we ask, what work must still be done? We're at this halfway point. We've done a lot already. What is there yet to do? What is yours to do? What is someone else's to do? What is yours to release? Let go of. Let lay fallow. What must still be confronted or surrendered? What needs to be left alone that it might heal and regain its richness? Where do you need support that you haven't asked for? So looking around right now at your community, gathered together, all of us sanctifying our space, what connections could happen today that could nurture and sustain you? So really look around, look to the left and the right, turn around, look at people behind you if you can, notice the people in front of you. Start with just a hello or a smile, maybe some eye contact. Hey, oh, hello. Hi, Sarah. So we're not here by accident, all of us here together today. We're more alike than we are different. Are you feeling drawn to anyone? Are there any ideas popping into your head about a way that you're compelled to be in community with us? Is there one thing that you feel resolved to complete before the wheel keeps turning? In our sacred pause, we affirm that some empty spaces are still being prepared for growth at another time. And we can trust that just as some late starts can still produce the most robust yield, we too have seasons of growth that can surprise us. The shifting underground isn't always visible on the topsoil. So we till and we turn and feed the soil and guard the roots, and we wait. And one more thing, we remember that nothing grows without rest, without a pause, a breath. Let's do another breath. A time to gather strength by being still. The sun itself will start resting earlier each day. We cannot help but follow. As above, so below. So think about for a second, what would it look like to schedule our rest as faithfully as we schedule our labor? To plan not just what to build, but when to rest, when to breathe, when to pause, when to reflect and consider. There's a kind of soulful integrity in looking at the calendar and saying, okay, that right there, that is when I will do nothing, and that will be holy too. Where can you include rest, not just as an afterthought, but as a sacred priority? How can you pause to more deeply experience the beauty in your life right now? There's an opportunity here in this place right now and in the days to come. You're a brilliant and creative force. and you have it within you to step further into the stream of life. So let us walk together in the waning half of the year with intention and earnestness, but also patience and compassion for ourselves and each other. Let us be brave enough to change course. Let us be wise enough to lighten our loads. Let us be joyful enough to remember what we're doing this for. The sun warms us, the earth holds us, the spirit of life flows through us. The wheel still turns, and we are glad to turn with it, awake, aware, and joyful in the interdependent web of all existence. So mote it be, and blessed be. Now is when we recognize that there is enough. There is enough. There is abundance all around us, through us, within us. There is enough light to see clearly, enough heat to soften us, enough life to remember us, to remind us of our own power to give. So as the sun pours forth without holding back, so too may we offer what we can. May our giving be a reflection of the light within us, a promise to tend the world we share and do the work of love that never ends. The ushers will come forth to pass the plate, and we're going to share the plate today with PFLAG. PFLAG is a special group, it's a support group and a resource. It happens to meet today at 2 o'clock right in the sanctuary. PFLAG originally stood for Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays, but in more modern language, we call it a place for family members and those who love someone who is LGBTQ, or people who are having their own coming out story, and anyone who is just looking for a friendly place. So we happen to host that on 4th Saturdays here in the sanctuary. Sundays, I say that every time, sorry. Sunday, not Saturday. And so please know, if you're here visiting for the first time, that your presence is gift enough, and we're glad you're here. And if you'd like to give electronically, you may do so by scanning the QR code on the screen in front of you. And there is a notation field, so you can say if you want, well, actually we do half and half, right? So our Share the Plate is half of the proceeds gathered today electronically or from the plates will be shared with PFLAG.
A special blessing for all the gifts we bring to our sacred community: participation, witness, advocacy, curiosity, knowledge, and resources. We say together, "This gift from the abundance of my life blesses me, our ministries, and the world." And now CJ will tell us more of some of the ways you might step into the stream of life at BAUUC.
All right, we've got a lot of moving parts for our announcements today. First, okay, wonderful, come on up.
Hey everybody, I'm Gloria for the day. Actually for the minute. Okay, so this summer I'm really excited that we are going to be having a Trailblazers Odyssey camp here. And it's the first time we're doing this. We really could use some help. Glasses off so I can read. Monday the 14th between 8 and 9 a.m. Thursday the 17th between 8 and 9 a.m. We need some registration, some help with registration on those 2 days. And on Thursday, I believe it's just to get the kids ready. We have a water slide coming. And then also we could use some help Monday through Thursday from 9:30 to 10:30 and 2 to 3. Just preparing and getting snacks out. They would be here, but we need some help getting those distributed. So if anybody has some time and would like to come hang out with some really cool kids and have a lot of fun, we would certainly appreciate it. You can talk to me or Gloria and we'll get you hooked up. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Get ready to turn your Wednesday night into an epic showdown of brain power and fun. Join us for an electrifying team trivia night this Wednesday, June 25th at 7 p.m. Teams will be randomly formed, adding to the thrill. Plus, the winning team scores cool prizes. Best of all, it's totally free and everyone is welcome. Cliff Brim would like to elaborate on this for us. Perfect. So for those who are listening online or with our assistive devices, Cliff mentioned that we do not have a dinner that night. So just come in at 7 just for trivia night, and it's going to be Texas themed. All right, Houston UU churches are joining together in the 2025 Houston Pride LGBTQ+ celebration by walking in the Pride Parade on Saturday, June 28th. Wear your yellow UU shirts and come prepared to show your energy and passion with the crowd to show them UU's side with love. We'll send more details once we know our position on Allen Parkway in the parade lineup. Contact Jeff Boxell for more information. Also, I think Jeff would like to elaborate on that one. Would you like to stand up here?
Hey all, welcome. I'm Jeff Boxell, the Service and Justice Ministry lead here, and I want to encourage you all to come on out and join us as we march through the streets of Houston and celebrate with the LGBTQ community. And as I have said, this is an opportunity for our youth to get out and be their authentic selves. And to talk just a little bit more on this, I want to bring up Jim Elder just to give a little testimonial on why we march.
Hi folks, my name's Jim Elder, as Jeff said, and my pronouns are he, him. And I just wanted to, just give you a little bit, a brief account of my involvement with the Pride Parade. It started at the same time as I joined this church. Early on, we came here to the area and were seeking community that would be supportive, and we found BAUUC, and then we're invited to join, just as Jeff just did, and thought this was a good idea to show our son we're supporting him. As many of you may probably already know, my son is transgender, and so we wanted a community that would be supportive. We went on the parade, and to my surprise, the event is very supportive to the people walking in. It's not just you supporting the LGBT community, but the community also responds, and it's just very energizing. And I found it to be, as a white guy, old white guy, that people make a lot of assumptions when they see me there. There was a lot of support from the people watching the parade or in the parade about appreciating that, there's people that look like me showing up. So, for me, it was very encouraging to continue to get in the mindset of showing support and showing love to people that maybe aren't getting it in their own circle or their own family. So I would highly encourage, if you have any doubts about coming and you're thinking, it won't be that fun of an event. The crowd is very energetic. They give a lot of feedback and support, and they're just happy to see us walking in their parade in support of Pride. Thank you.
Thank you. No one gets out of this life alive, and the details, timing, and the details of end-of-life planning can be overwhelming, especially if left to loved ones who have no guide. Give the gift of prior planning by attending the 4-session workshop at 12:30, starting on July 13th. Whether you're planning for yourself or attending with a family member, this workshop is a meaningful and practical gift to those you love. You can register by using the QR code on the screen or the link in the weekly email blast. This afternoon at 2 p.m., the Clear Lake Small Group meeting of PFLAG, there they are again, will be meeting right here in the sanctuary. The group meets on the 4th Sunday of every month. PFLAG is the pioneering organization dedicated to supporting, educating, and advocating for LGBTQ+ individuals and their families. Join us in keeping families united in loving bonds, fostering understanding, and embracing their gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and questioning family members. After today's service, everyone is welcome to join us for coffee and fellowship in Cockrell Hall. Come and mingle over coffee and light snacks. Let's come together and share some quality time as a community. Curious about our pagan beliefs and practices? See anything here that interests you and want to learn more? Join us on July 3rd, and again every first and third Thursday of each month, right here in the sanctuary to discover new topics about goddess and nature-centered spirituality. We operate on the 7th UU principle, the interconnected web of all existence, so you are not expected to be a practicing pagan or even considering becoming one. The only expectation is the desire to learn with us and experience our rites from a pagan and/or UU perspective. Each week, BAUUC sends out a weekly email with the details for all the upcoming events. If you're not on our mailing list, you can sign up using the QR code on the screen. Before my last announcement, Terry Grimm, would you come up and speak?
Okay, this really is late-breaking announcement, very flexible. First, thank you for all of you that came out for the No Kings event. I mean, that was wonderful. I mean, we're still trying to come up with the counts, but the latest count is 1,500 people showed up in Red Lake City. So that's a lot. But it's not over, so we're meeting again to figure out how to continue it. We were surprised by last night's activity, so in the interest of keeping that energy going, and because we need each other in times like this, Katie graciously offered the sanctuary tonight at 7:30, where we'll be doing a peace vigil, and we're inviting the community right now. I've seen my watch go off a zillion times as we're speaking. Josh? Yeah, is offered to do some music for us. The planning is still ongoing. Jeff and I'll get together some more, but please come tonight at 7:30 just to be with others in a peace vigil and continue the community we're building around what's going on in the world. Thank you.
Thank you. So lastly, I want to take a minute to thank everyone involved in our service today. Thank you to our worship team for allowing us to share this with you all. Thank you to everyone in Thistle and Honey Cups for your hard work and dedication to put all this together. Thank you for the choir for devoting your time and voices to this service, and a special thanks to Clara Farrell for being our pianist and choir director this morning. Would everyone involved please stand for a moment? Everyone who helped out. Thank you all. Now, if you will please rise as you are able for our closing hymn, Turn the World Around. Lyrics will be on the screen, and there are some maracas floating around the sanctuary somewhere. We'll collect them at the end, but during the hymn, shake them if you got them.
Gomez will help us extinguish our flame, and as we extinguish this flame, we do not diminish the power of the solstice sun, nor the fire of commitment within us. The light wanes, but the warmth of community remains in our hands, in our voices, and our shared intentions. Let us go from this place rooted in the turning earth and committed to living in right relationship with one another and the web of all existence. The wheel turns, we turn with it. Go in love, go in strength, go in the radiant peace of midsummer.
It didn't crash and burn. Nothing.